Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums, and I have a design team haul to show you. These items are all from Country Craft Creations, and I'm going to be creating something with them very soon. I had done a junk journal a little bit ago, and before it turns everyone off who don't like junk journals. So I don't like the term junk journal because it implies you're putting a lot of junk in it, and sometimes you can. But I like making these journals that are sort of shabby chic and still leave you room to use it as a journal. So you can use it as even a daily thing on what you need to pick up at the grocery store, or a gratitude journal or something like that. So it's not as junky as it's a journal, but it does have some elements of both. Sandy Trafker had done a video, I think it was a remake, and in it she mentioned Graphic 45's Little Thing collection, which came out earlier this year. And when it came out, I really wasn't nuts about it. But I took a second look at it, and it sort of spoke to me. If you follow me on my travel Instagram, which is getting there, it's GETTN_there, you'll know that I've been taking a lot of pictures of wildflowers, little violets, little azure bluettes, little teeny things. And so again, this collection spoke to me. So let me show you the collection, and I'll tell you why I liked it. So this is the cover page. This is called Little Things, and I really enjoyed, the elf in the mushroom cap, little house there. Those are, I have to look at my little app. Yes. So there's an app that tells you plants, and it's azure bluettes are what these pretty little flowers are. So aren't they pretty? And then those are buttercups. Those are obviously clovers. And this morning I went out to pick some clovers, and there was actually a ladybug sitting in one of the clovers. And I was going to take a picture of it, but I decided just to keep things simple. These are buttercups, and they are exactly like the picture. This one is fresh new, so it doesn't have as dark a green. I guess if you get some of the older ones, or maybe it's the newer ones, I'm not sure. But this one has, oops, come on flowers. This one has the green in the center, but I think the ladybugs have been eating that one. These are forget-me-nots. They're mostly blue, but the area that I picked them, and I picked them because I know that they're mowing that area today, and I wanted to get them before they mowed. When they're immature, they're almost pink purple, but when they mature, they're that beautiful blue color. And they make a great pressed flower, by the way. Clovers, you think clovers are pretty boring because you see them all over, and I'm sure if you have a lawn, you may not want them in the lawn. But they're really a great source for pollinators, and they're really a pretty flower. Of course, I haven't found any four-leaf clovers, but that's okay. I wonder if they have any in the pictures, because they are extremely rare. Anyhow, so this is a cute cover page. Love the little caterpillar, the azure bluettes, and that's in the Picture This app if you want to try to identify plants. All right, and then the back side is that. So again, I was thinking of making a junk journal. So some of the pages would have just plain paper, and some would have some of these cut aparts and flaps. Now, yeah, there is a bunch of clover, which sort of reminds you of St. Patrick's Day, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Oh, these are all four-leaf clovers. So I may sort of tone down the four-leaf clover kind of aspect of it, because that does remind me of St. Patrick's Day. But there are still other cute pictures. So that says forget-me-not, and those 5-leaf flowers do indeed look like forget-me-nots. And this is sort of a cute little composition of all different gnomes with their flower caps. And Graphic 45 does a fabulous gnome fairy kind of thing. I love their fairy dust, which has the purples in it, and that came out about 4 or 5 years ago. So that's pretty. I just love that. It's got ladybugs down the center of the page. I love when Graphic 45 does this turquoisey color, and it looks fabulous with the yellow. The back of it is just this blue on white cardstock. That's a pretty page. I might feature that. And of course, who doesn't love mushrooms? I know I'm going to fussy cut some of these mushrooms. Actually, I got an extra page of mushrooms just so I can fussy cut them. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it, but they're pretty cute. So I like that. More of the buttercups, forget-me-nots, azure bluettes on a red background, and just green polka dot. So if I were to use this in a junk journal and not put it on a page, you get the advantage of this beautiful flower pattern, and then on another page, the green. So I know I'm going to take advantage of the backs of these pages. I'm not sure how I'm going to use this with the border strips, unless I make pockets. I mean, that would make a beautiful pocket, which I might do. The border strips are all pretty. And that's a pretty background. That's got a bleeding heart flower on it. You know, it just looks like a pattern until you look at it close up. So those will be perfect. And then I also got the patterns and solids to go along with that collection because I, again, wanted some pages that weren't going to be so patterned so you can use it as a journal. So there's the yellow, there's the back side of it. I don't think anyone does the writing like Graphic 45 does. Those are pretty. Here's sort of a tone-on-tone polka dots. And it says forget-me-not on the back, on the green, which is interesting. And then here's the green, and this just is a Mod Podge of some ferns, butterflies, and more stylized kind of flowers. This red has the bleeding hearts. And this red is, again, all of those stylized flowers. And here's this pretty blue turquoise. And it's got the dots, which are replicated in the mushrooms. And this one has all of the words. I always think these make great back covers. And then I also picked up some just single sheets of, I have to tell you the exact, Summer Ivory linen. Summer Ivory, the artisan cardstock Summer Ivory, the 12 by 12. Like I said, I wanted some plain cardstock. So I might use this, or I might use some coffee dyed paper that I've made. We'll see how it goes. And then another thing I picked up, couldn't put it front and center because the light will glare on it, but the chipboard elements, if I happen to have enough paper left, which I probably will, if you make traveler's notebooks, I love using these elements on the front cover because they've got holes in it and it helps sort of wrap it if you use elastic. So I'll show you. I should have enough to make a traveler's notebook, so I will be doing that with it. And then I also picked up some of this ribbon. This is burlap frayed edge yellow. And I just like the look to it. You know, some junk journals, people will put ribbon on the edge and sew it. Well, I probably am not going to do that. I might play around with gluing and, I don't know, something in the center. I don't know. I'm going to play around with it and I'll let you know what I come up with. But this was just pretty, and it was summery and sort of reminded me of the buttercups. So I got a couple of yards of it. So that is what I received in my design team haul for Country Craft Creations. Go ahead and pick up some of this Graphic 45 Little Things collection. She still has some in stock. I think the chipboard elements were limited, but you know, it's one of those collections that you should take a second look at because it really is adorable. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you see what I do make with this collection. And thanks for watching. Have a fabulous day.